Hey everybody, it's John with George Fencing Academy, and today we're going to talk about compound attacks. Now, compound attacks are a series of simple attacks, or one or more simple attacks. We covered what constitutes a simple attack in the previous video, direct and indirect, with or without opposition. But this time, we're going to delve a little bit more into preparation, what we need to do, what tools we need to utilize in order to set up this series of simple attacks. A colleague of mine, Alan Evans, with Dominion Fencing in Virginia, has a great website called Coach's Compendium, and he delves into preparation. I'm going to borrow a little bit from that today. We're going to utilize not only blade work preparation, but also footwork preparation in order to be able to set up these actions effectively. Now, what makes compound attacks a little different is essentially preparation. What we're doing is utilizing a series of actions in order to draw a response from our opponent, something that we kind of delve pretty heavily into over here at GFA. Now, I referred to Alan Evans with Dominion Fencing and Coach's Compendium. You can check out his website in the comments below. He divides the blade work and footwork preparation into the two categories of blade work and footwork. One, on blade work, it's a series of attacks on the blade, like beat, press, opposition, or maybe a feint, right? But also utilizing changes in speed, distance, and variety, like I said in the previous video. Various changes in footwork in order to draw a response from your opponent. Again, I'll say it, can't emphasize it enough, 80% of your game is played from the waist down. Great footwork is essential in this, and manipulation of footwork is essential for success in this game. Okay, so let's look at blade work and footwork combinations in compound attacks. Today we have Houston Fullerton helping us out with demonstrations. So we've already reviewed in previous videos simple direct and indirect. Now let's make it a little bit more complicated. The compound attacks incorporate a series of actions that are meant to deceive or distract an opponent. Let's review the simple direct attack first. All right, so again, review of simple direct attacks. Let's look at it just a simple direct attack here. Starts in one line, finishes in the same line. And you'll see now that Houston is going to prompt a response from me. We talked about it in the other video, but Houston is going to prompt a response from me by starting blade work preparation, which is a feint. So he starts the extension, I respond to that, and then he goes to hit. Again, right? Start with the extension, and he goes to hit. Here, like Alan said in Coach's Compendium, I'll do a sweep or I'll search for the blade, forcing Houston to disengage, which will be an indirect attack. Now, we're going to add another element that we haven't seen previously. Here, compound attack. He starts the extension, I do two searches, right? But I'm also incorporating something else into this. I'm retreating, I'm opening distance. So not only does he have to pay attention to the blade work, but the footwork, but let's prioritize that, right? On the simple direct attack, he starts the extension, I drop the arm, he goes to hit. Great, I'm not moving. Here, he starts the extension, I go to search, he disengages, he goes to hit. Now, he's going to have to not only pay attention to the blade, but also to the footwork. So the priority here, in my opinion, would be to start the extension, I move back, he starts extending, I search for the blade, and then he disengages. I'm thinking that I have some security, right, that I'm far enough away. When I go to search for the blade, I step back, I search again, he accelerates his action, disengages, and then hits me. So one of the things that's really unique about epee is the fact that the entire body is target area. okay? And we have no rules of right-of-way, so I can hit an opponent, they can hit me, at the same time both lights go off on the scoring machine, we both get a point. So that's why the shallower targets are preferable, like the hand, the leg, the foot, the targets that are closest to you. So what we're going to do now is look at some blade work preparation in order to make Houston move his weapon out of the way, right? And to diminish that threat. If his point isn't on target, then I have a better chance of hitting a deeper target or hitting that shallow target since it's moving. So in this action, what I'm going to do is cue Houston, or he's going to cue me with an extension of the arm, and I'm going to walk into his critical distance. He's going to lunge and hit me in the hand, okay? So he starts his extension, I'm moving forward, he lunges and hits me in the hand. Back up a little bit, okay? Ready, you start your extension, and then boom. So is this, and I feel like I have to justify this, is it realistic to try to actually do a simple direct attack to the hand? If you can. Anybody who's not being careless, walking around a critical distance, is aware of distance, isn't going to allow you to just hit them with a simple direct attack to the hand. My justification in this target is that if he can attack me from a far distance, a lunge distance, attack distance, to a very small target, then he can hit the deeper targets easily. And also, me as an opponent, if I feel that I'm vulnerable at any distance with any type of vehicle delivery, a flesh or a lunge, then I'm going to be on edge all the time. You know, I'm not going to be safe. So, on guard. Let's look at this simple direct attack to the hand first. He starts the extension, and boom, we go to hit. Good angulation, please. He starts the extension, he goes to hit. Now, he goes to extend. I see that he is extending. I feel as though I can parry the blade. Pull your arm back. So you go to extend, I surge. He's going to disengage and hit me underneath the wrist. This is going to require a little bit more angulation on his part, right? He's going to have to manipulate his weapon, maybe in a not very conventional or comfortable way in order to hit this difficult target. Ready? So he starts extending for the wrist, disengage, goes to hit. Again, he starts extending, boom, continuous extension one more time, and then boom. Now let's incorporate some movement. He goes to extend the arm. I step back, he disengages the hit. Let's look at compound attack, right? Slow down your extension. So he extends 1 and 2, let's do it again, right? 1, 2, goes to hit, right here, one more time, 1, 2, right. So over greater distance, he's able to hit that very small target accurately and effectively. All right, now let's do this with movement a little bit so that he has various targets to hit at various distances. This is going to force him or make him maybe change the tempo of his preparation, the blade work, or change the distance, the preparation of his footwork. So, on guard. Here we're moving back and forth. Houston goes to feint, right? I step back, he goes to feint. I go to search, right? So he has options here. Points over here, he can hit to the chest or hit to the leg. Go to the first available target, right? So we're here, boom, he goes to the leg, right? Here, he goes simple direct attack to the chest, right? Here, good. Now, here on compound attacks, right? Which can be done with the flesh also. Here, boom. So this is an overview of compound attacks, series of simple attacks, combination of one or more simple attacks used to deceive or distract your opponent. A couple of things to remember: effective preparation. Change the tempo of your preparation, that being your footwork as well as your blade work. Different intensities on extensions of the arm are going to yield different results at different distances. Hopefully you find this helpful, and we'll see you on the next one.